Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I wanted to show you what is blooming. My dendrobium bloom is all bloomed out today and I think that this is so charming and I had to share this with you all. As you notice, it is up against a background of winter white. It is the first snowfall of the season. So I wanted to just kind of go over some things about the colder weather and how to keep your air roots hydrated, and some issues about humidity levels as well. I absolutely love the fact that orchids bloom during the winter months. There is nothing better than blooms in the winter to keep you cheered up and keep a smile on your face. So I just wanted to go over some ways that I keep the humidity level up in my orchid room. I don't use a humidifier because I have a marble floor, and so that would be rather dangerous. So I do other things to keep the humidity level in here around my orchids at a good humidity level. For one thing, I keep bowls of water sitting around my orchids. You can also use humidity trays. That would be another really good way to increase the humidity around your plants. And I've also noticed that in the winter, the part of the plant that needs a lot of attention is the air roots. The air roots are these roots that splash out over the orchid pot, and they are very beneficial for the plant. They help to extract moisture and nutrients from the air for the plant. And in the wild, they help the plant to adhere to trees or rocks wherever they're living. These have suction cups on the backs of the roots, and they actually help them to adhere to surfaces. So it's very important to take good care of your air roots and keep them hydrated. So what I like to do is almost every day that I can, I like to come back and just kind of spray them with water until they're pretty and green. And if you'll do that, that's going to really help them to stay healthy throughout the winter. There is a propensity for people to want to cut them off if they turn brown. I would not suggest you do that. I did have some air roots that really dried out last winter, and they did rebound in the spring. So don't cut them off unless they're brown and crispy. So let's talk about some more ways to keep them hydrated and healthy so they don't get all brown and crunchy looking. What I have here is some damp paper towels, and one way that you can help keep these hydrated during the winter is to just simply place moist paper towels over the top of the roots like this. That will really save you a lot of time if you don't like to spray your roots all the time. And here's my Phal Marianne, and she's got a lot of air roots. And I have a really hard time keeping these hydrated. No matter how often I spray them, they still turn dry in about an hour. So what I'm going to do is I have gone ahead and rehydrated some Orchid grade New Zealand sphagnum moss, and I'm just going to fill in the top part of this pot where the air roots are. I'm just going to place some of this damp sphagnum moss on these roots. I think this is going to be a really good way to keep these hydrated throughout the winter. I don't know if I'm going to keep this throughout the spring and summer because it's not an issue through the spring and summer. I have a lot of humidity back here in my orchid room in the warmer months, but for right now, I'm just going to see if this helps out this plant. And I have a feeling that this is going to be a good thing because no matter how often I spray, I still come back an hour later, they're still just silvery green. Okay, so you can see what I've done. I've just placed it on top of those roots, and you can already tell that they like this because they're greening up. So this is going to save me a lot of time. And then when I come back here in the mornings, and I'm spraying down the air roots on my plants, all I'll have to do is just spray down this moss and it's going to rehydrate those roots. So I think that's going to save me some time. Okay, look at the air roots on this Baldwin's kaleidoscope. It's kind of humorous. The reason I'm showing you this plant is because last year I accidentally left it underneath a heat duct, and these roots just turned brown, almost crispy brown, like I mentioned before. You can tell right here that there was a little bit of damage, and that's the only place where I can see, and right here. I left for vacation and left it under that heat source, and so by the time I got home, the damage was already done. I didn't do anything to those roots, and they did rebound. So just to show you that that is possible, because I was surprised. So when the roots on this one got damaged, that's how I figured out that this was a good way to hydrate your roots. And that was what helped me get through back to healthy roots. So that really does work. I was very surprised. As you see, they're silvery green right now, and I need to be misting them a little bit, but they are perfectly healthy roots. So that's the reason why I came up with this method of keeping your air roots hydrated. And I can't end this video without showing you my beautiful Vanda Picara Blue Delight blooms. Do you see how much bigger they are since the last video? They just keep getting bigger, and the blooms get darker and darker and more beautiful. Gorgeous plants. I really love my Vandas. I really do. I just thought I would give you all a view of my blooming orchids right now. Wow. Just wanted to share this view with you all up against that beautiful snow. So I hope you all have a wonderful day and be highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed. And we'll talk to you all next time.